Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a little side-by-side comparison of two curl custards that have both had their moment of being really popular. I do feel like this type of product has gotten more popular in the last couple of years, and I think Not Your Mother's actually came out with one in their Curl Talk line, or maybe just from the brand in general. But let me know if you guys want me to try that one out, because that one is really affordable, and for this video we just have one like drugstore option, and then the other one is more of a high-end product. So we're gonna get into it, but if you're new, I'd love if you consider subscribing. I do hair videos on this channel, mainly curly wavy content with some other things as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and start out with a base because we need some type of moisture in our hair for this type of product to work the best. So I'm just gonna use my Pacifica leave-in. This is from their coconut line. It's the coconut milk detangle elixir, but it really is like a leave-in lightweight type of product, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I've talked about it a lot lately if you watched my recent videos. This is just going all over my hair. I love the sprayer on this too because it's a very fine mist and you don't have to worry about it like squirting out aggressively. You can get it evenly all over your hair. Also, I know I'm gonna have water all over my shirt by the end of this. I already do. So I'm gonna split my hair down the center. Just try to get it as even as possible. And then obviously you saw in the title, but the two products that we have are the Pattern Styling Custard and the Kinky Curly Original Curling Custard. So I feel like a custard, if you don't know, is kind of like a gel type of product. Sometimes it's a little bit creamier. It depends because a lot of products are different. I wouldn't call it a cream and gel hybrid though, because it kind of is its own unique product. And usually they come in a tub like this. This one I think retails for $28, and this one is around $14 or so. Sometimes it's a little bit more depending where you get it. Sometimes it's a little bit less. I feel like the price varies on this a lot. So it's definitely not super cheap product, and I don't feel like the prices are like massively different, but this one is more affordable. Definitely want to put it out there. I've had this one and used it and loved it for a while. This one is new to me. I've only used it one time so far. And I will say, before I get into it, they're definitely different products, but I'm gonna put one on each side and show you what it looks like. And we'll get into all of my thoughts and everything later. I'm gonna show you the end result, of course. But let's start with the Pattern one on this side of my hair. So I don't know if you can see, but this is definitely pretty milky looking. It kind of looks like it is more of a cream gel hybrid than the other one, and it's definitely thinner. You can see it kind of like runs when I try to tilt it and show it to you. And then when I scoop in, it's like not thick, but not like a gel completely, if that makes sense. It's like creamier. So I am using a little bit more than I used the last time when I did it, because I felt like I could get away with a little bit more of this product because it's not super like sticky or anything. Well, I guess I'm not technically using more because last time I did my whole head and this time I'm just doing half, but I'm using more for the amount of hair that I'm putting it into. I didn't feel like I really needed more product last time, but I just want to use a little bit more so that I get like the full effect. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Kinky Curly one on this side. And you can tell just by looking at it, it's not as milky. It's a little bit more clear like a gel, but not completely clear. And this one, it doesn't run. It's not going anywhere. It's like a thick jelly. So I will say a little goes a long way with this one. Like, you wanna be careful to not overdo it. Since I'm just doing half of my head, I have to be even more careful, but we'll start with that. It's not like sticky, but it's just a lot thicker and more gel-like. Same technique, just like smoothing it over my hair as evenly as I can, and then I'll scrunch it in starting from the bottom. Okay, both are scrunched in fully. Both sides are looking good. What I would expect them to look like. This side is maybe slightly less clumped. I do feel like this side feels a little more product-y than this side, which is something I noticed before when I used them separately. I felt like the Pattern one was a little bit lighter, and you can get away with using a little bit more product, which I mean, I did say that a little goes a long way with the Kinky Curly. So other than what I just said, I'm not sure if there's much of a difference, but obviously we're gonna really see once my hair is fully dry, and I'm gonna let it pretty much just air dry because that's what I would normally do. I might diffuse for like 5 minutes just to speed it up a little bit, but I don't want it to look too different from how it would normally look when I style my hair with these products, because usually I don't diffuse very much. I'll just sometimes do it for a few minutes before air drying. I am gonna go now and I'm gonna be back when my hair is fully dry and we'll go over everything then. And I'm gonna still use an oil like I always do, just the same one on both sides, because that's how I'm gonna see like the real difference between the results, because that's what I always do and I always do it in my videos, so that's what you guys see too. But yeah, it's gonna be a couple of hours, so I will see you guys later. Okay, I'm back. I already washed my face and all my makeup off, so that's why I look different. But my hair is dry. I definitely have like a product cast on both sides, so I'm gonna scrunch that out with an oil. I will say I pretty much just completely air dried. I diffused for like 2 or 3 minutes, a little bit, just to give myself a head start. And I have multiple videos on diffusing my hair and how I do it, so if you guys want to check those out, all that stuff is on my Wavy Curly playlist. I have a Wavy Curly hair playlist, and then I also have like my recent general hair care videos. That's like an updated hair playlist, because that other playlist was getting really long. And then I've also posted some hair content that isn't specific to curly wavy hair, but you can also just type in to YouTube, search Tabitha Gingerich hair diffusing or something. Anyways, that was a long side note, but I'm gonna use my Bread hair oil because this has been a favorite of mine for years and I haven't used it in a while. I've just been using newer ones, so I wanted to bring this out today. And I guess I'll do one side at a time, but like I said, both sides of my hair kind of have a cast right now. I forgot how good this oil smells. It's so good. Look at this little ringlet curl on this side. The bottom kind of looks like I used a curling wand, and I feel like I rarely get those curls. I might have to scrunch a little more to get that all out, but I will say the one downside to splitting my hair down the middle like this and using 2 different stylers is that I feel like I get more frizz when I do that. I think I get the best results when I can kind of flip my hair around side to side and I don't mess with the part too much. I just let it go, and then once it's dry, I kind of maneuver it a little bit. But since I was doing this, I had to split my hair down the middle before. And I always feel like when I let it dry like that, it's a little bit frizzier. Although I can flip it around as it's drying. It just, I don't know why it makes a difference. But this side, I will say, is scrunching out easier. I don't know if I did too much product on the pattern side because I didn't feel like it felt so product-y when I used it the other time, but now it kind of feels a little product-y. It is clumped more still, which I had mentioned when it was wet, and it kind of kept that. I'm not done scrunching this out yet, but this side is just a little bit more separated, and now that my hair is dry, somehow this side feels a little bit lighter, which is odd because that was the opposite of how it was when it was wet. So I'm wondering if I just used too much of the pattern custard and it's just something that wasn't as noticeable when my hair was wet. I don't know. As far as the way they look, I do feel like they're still very similar. Turns out you can use too much of the pattern. I think I would use less next time. I do think you can get away with using a little bit more than the Kinky Curly. I just use quite a bit more. This just seems more separated. Totally gonna be personal preference on what you prefer for your hair. I don't necessarily always go for super clumpy curls anyways, so I don't want to say that that's better. The Kinky Curly one is cheaper, so there's that too, and you kind of have to make a decision for yourself. I think I'm going to turn my ring light on though, because I know you can see pretty well, but I just feel like the ring light would show the definition and the texture and everything a little bit better. I just felt like it was already so bright in here that I didn't want to overdo it, but I will just to show you guys in different lighting. It's so bright. My face looks like a ghost, but here is the Kinky Curly side. And here is the pattern side. Yeah, definitely more clumping going on over here. They both look so good. Honestly, I really feel like you can't go wrong with either of these. Sorry, I'm gonna turn the ring light off because it's blinding me. But obviously the Kinky Curly one is a lot more accessible, not just more affordable. So I think it's a really good product. I definitely recommend it. The only downside is it is a little bit thicker and more of a gel texture, and a little goes a long way with it, so you have to be kind of careful. I think with the pattern one, I was just kind of underestimating how much I could use because I felt like I used a decent amount the other time and my hair felt really lightweight and not weighed down or anything, but I still think it's a very easy product to use. The Kinky Curly, it took me a few more tries and I did kind of use too much the first few times with my hair, but yeah, I'm sorry if you were looking for like, this is the best one, buy this one in this video. I just wanted to kind of compare, but I don't know if I could pick a favorite as of now. I might go with the Kinky Curly if I had to pick because it is cheaper and I've liked it for a long time and it just works really well, but I can see the pattern becoming more of a staple for me because I really like the texture of it. I don't have anything bad really to say about it at this time, so I'm just gonna have to keep using it and see where I'm at after a while, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you in some way. You can at least hear like the differences in like the texture and see them in action and all of that. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what other hair videos you want to see from me, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time. Bye.